And hello and welcome to another edition of Stager Insights. Today, my guest is Rachel Borrelli. Hi, Rachel.
Hi, Christine.
And Rachel's going to start by telling us about her business. So you're located in Calgary, right?
In Calgary, Alberta,
Calgary,
Canada.
Alberta.
Yeah.
So how long have you been in business?
I've been in business since 2010 when I took the CSP course and started right off the bat doing consultations, and then occupied and then vacant, and went into full service staging right from 2011, I guess.
Wow.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you've done that differentiated yourself in your marketplace was to go into the niche of Zoomers.
That's right.
Tell our audience a little bit about Zoomers.
Okay. Well, Zoomers, so mature adults, are the largest demographic of sellers. So that was one of the reasons that I was able to get into that niche market easily, because I was already serving them. The second thing that happened, and I think a lot of people fall into their passion this way, is something happens in their life, in their personal life, or accidentally or something, and all of a sudden you're like, hey, I can do this. And I really enjoyed learning more about it. So what happened was in 2016, my mother's home had burnt down, and she lived 3 hours away, and I had to move her here to Calgary while I was rebuilding her home. And that sudden move, caused transfer trauma. So that was one thing I had to learn more about, and also how to get rid of some things that didn't burn down, and how to rebuild for aging in place, and all the different design elements that came with healthy living for seniors. And I found a great passion for it. So I continued to study. Anything I didn't already know, I felt that I had learned a lot from CSP and the University of Calgary Interior Design course. And what I didn't know was really more about seniors, and how to work with them, how to serve them, what their needs were, the different challenges they face, and how to work with that and design for that. So that became my passion.
So that's a term I haven't heard before, transition trauma. What does that mean?
Transfer trauma. And so transfer trauma happens sometimes even in seniors in a senior center that have to go from one division to another. It's when a transfer happens, normally quickly, and you fall upon depression. It's very, very hard on seniors to move, and to move quickly. And in my mom's case, we moved her from everything she had known for 50 years. She drove still, she had friends, she had family, she was still very active. And as soon as we moved her here, she knew no one but us, and she stopped driving, and her social life had ended.
Yeah.
It was very, very difficult to watch my really strong Italian mama not be that strong person anymore. And I thought, wow, how many people go through this? Yeah. And a lot of people go through this, because there's a lot of mature adults or seniors that need to transition for whatever reason, traumatic or health reasons, or just to be closer with family. And they go through this move and the trauma that comes with it.
So with the real estate agent who's specializing in this discipline, they have what they're calling a senior residential specialist.
Yes, senior real estate specialist. Yes.
Oh, senior real estate specialist.
SRES.
So we're looking at the staging industry then, and I know that you said 9 years you've been in business, 10 years you've been in business now. You've seen a lot of changes. And currently you are the president of the provincial
of
board,
the
right?
Real Estate Staging Association, Alberta
yeah.
Provincial President, correct.
So what sort of changes have you seen in the industry that would lead someone to maybe move into this same niche wherever they live across North America?
Yeah, so a couple things. First of all, of course, the population is getting older. So there are a lot of businesses, not just ours, our staging, decorators, realtors also are taking this course, and I hear from them more and more saying, you know, I'd like to hear more about what you do and how you do it. And I'm the one suggesting this. Just happened yesterday when I invited a realtor out for coffee who wants to specialize in seniors, telling them to take the senior residential real estate specialist course first, and then we can go from there even together. So she wants to start niching into the seniors, and I'm hearing this more and more. People are asking me about it, and that's one of the main changes I'm finding is everyone's realizing they are our main sellers. They do take one of the main reasons they do need training is because this group takes sometimes up to an entire year before the listing is even ready. So by the time they get, it's so overwhelming to move, so overwhelming to look at all your stuff and go, what am I going to do with it? Especially if my children live on the other side of the country. I'm all by myself. I don't know how to get rid of some of this stuff. I don't know what I can take because I don't know what's going to fit. I don't even know where I'm going yet in some cases, or how am I going to, you know, sell my property without getting it prepared. And we're in the perfect situation to help with all of that.
So it was a natural progression then, really, from, you know, the work that we do as stagers into the niche that you're in, and you've built your expertise over the years. So it was one of the reasons that, you know, drew me to you to be the developer of our residential transition specialist program. So there's a general consensus of thought around this being a senior movement, a senior move management type of thing. So talk about the difference.
So the senior move management is really about helping seniors and their families relocate. And the residential transition specialist program is a little bit more than that. We're not just helping them relocate. First of all, we don't train on helping them figure out where to relocate. For the most part, that's already done. But we do help them transition into their new life, not just move the boxes. So we take that really seriously. And we also added all the designing elements needed for designing for health and well-being.
So I know that you said, you know, it's a really good course for stagers and decorators, realtors, organizers, or anybody just interested in working in the field of transitioning with seniors.
That's right.
What sort of thing would they learn in the program?
So we have 3 different sessions. It's 6 hours, and we talk about who the clientele is, who we need to partner with to be able to serve that clientele, what exactly are the needs that they're looking for, when do they need the residential transition specialist. All that's covered in the first session. In the second session, we jump right into the process, and we start right from the onboarding of that client. So all the information that needs to be given, all the information that needs to be taken in. We talk about in session 1, when we talk about the experts, we now talk about how to bring them into the process. And in session 3, we talk about the designing, my favorite part, the designing for health and wellness, from universal designs, aging in place, lifetime homes.
And it's not just talking about it, right? Because there's practical skill sets.
Yeah, we have gotten fantastic feedback even on the assignments, because they're real assignments. It helps them prepare for their new business by creating their brochure, but also learning the floor layouts and how to present that floor layout to your clients. And we put ourselves in the client's shoes in many of the assignments so that we know exactly what it feels like to be them.
Great. So what sort of, I guess, feedback or testimonial have you from past students? And, you know, why are we leaning towards this being a certification as opposed to just an information session?
Yes. Okay. So we've gotten fantastic feedback. I have to say, I'm very proud of the feedback that we've gotten, Christine. We've gotten comments like exceeded my expectations. couldn't believe the amount of information provided, helped them jump right into their new service. Even by the time the course is finished, I've had two participants going, I'm already doing it, I'm already doing it, I'm already putting the processes in place. And when you put yourself out there, then it will come to you. So that because they're able to go out there confidently and talk about how they can help this specific clientele, the work is coming back to them. But yeah, the feedback's been phenomenal. I know you've posted a lot of it on the website where they can go to sign up for the next class. It's just been phenomenal. I'm so proud of that. Why get credentials? Trust from the people that are hiring you. They know that you've invested in providing a service that they need, and they appreciate that. It just gives people the knowledge that you are able to do the job. You're not a hobbyist. You're not,
Making
just
it up as you go along.
Exactly. And they don't want that. And, they can't be fooled. They know what they need, and they're looking to you as a leader to get this done with confidence.
Yeah, I think it's I've always been a firm advocate for certification and everything that we do at the Academy, because it is a knowledge economy and people can't see inside of your head. So it's an outward demonstration of skill level and a third party influencer too. Exactly.
And I know we've talked about an example in the past where another really good designer came in and did a white on white in a seniors center in one of the rooms. And that's a great example of training
of what not to do.
Yes, and the more you know you don't know. That's always been my motto, because I'm a huge person for education and I just can't get enough. I want to be really good at what I do, not just because I like to do things right, but I like to serve people properly. And just to go back to that white on white for people listening, it's like a blank canvas for someone with failing eyes and they can't find the door. If the doors are shut, it's just one big blank canvas and they can't find their way out. Yeah, so there's all kinds of things like that we talk about.
Things that people just wouldn't realize working outside of the field. So tell us a little bit more about the course in terms of what's required and what's included.
Okay, so what's required is really just the 6 hours and commitment to the assignments, is as far as people coming into the program. If they've already got a business, it's a perfect addition to add this to their business model. If they don't have a business, we give enough information in the first class that they can start it right from scratch. It doesn't matter if they're realtors, organizers, or just someone looking for a new career and enjoys working with mature clients. Yeah. And earlier you had said Zoomers and we say the word seniors and stuff, but when it comes to transitioning, I just want to say it could be someone as young as 40 that needs a change of lifestyle for whatever reason. It could be that they can no longer function in their home. They can no longer stay in their home. They lost everything. Who knows? All kinds of reasons. So it's not age specific. Some of the challenges that we face or that our clients face are age specific, but when it comes to designing for wellness, health and wellness, they're not.
I see. So it's 3 2-hour sessions. And homework after each session.
There's homework at the end of each session, and we talk about the assignments at the beginning of each session to see who needs more help, but it all comes in at the end. And the best part is that it all comes in with the exam at the end. There is an exam that people have to pass with the 75, and they hand in all the assignments at the end, and including an interview that they do with a senior or someone who needs transitioning that they know or go find.
Awesome. And then and we run the class 4 times a year. Is that? When's the next class coming up?
Well, we're currently in the middle of one class. So the next class is January, and we've already assigned a second class for 2022, and that's in March.
Okay, so great. So they can find out more at stagingtraining.com.
That's right.
One of the things that we're really happy about for 2022 is we've been able to extend out some special extra marketing support tools. Is there a little bit that you can
Yes.
twinkle on that?
Yes. So we are going to continue to build on the program. And one of the ways is you've very generously offered to provide even more marketing material for the residential transition specialists, like you do to the Stager program. And we are so excited about that. We are also looking at the insurance package for anything above and beyond the staging and the senior move management, which our participants, our students have asked for, and you've listened, so that's fantastic. Sorry. There's all kinds of new things coming. We'll have, if I understand it, our own marketing area that we can go into and pull what we need from.
Yeah. So for social media support as well.
Yeah. So awesome. Excited. Yeah.
So great. So good luck with the future and looking forward to a really great 2022 and beyond. And thanks so much for being with me. I appreciate it.
Thank you for inviting me to Stager Insights, Christine.
My pleasure.